So I'm really excited to share this tip with you. There's one mistake that I have seen so many times in so many guys' profiles that if you do not make this mistake, your quality of photos on dating apps and your matches will go up significantly. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Joe, Passion Unchained here. Today we're going to talk about a huge mistake I see most guys, I would say most guys do on their dating apps, and that is not put your photo in portrait mode, not take it up and down. Up and down is portrait mode. You are watching this video, my camera is in landscape mode. So when people often take a camera or their phone and they're not shooting for dating profiles and they're not shooting for Instagram, they will shoot side by side. Now this is changing because Instagram is huge. Instagram is vertical. Reels, TikTok, that's all a vertical thing because of the phone form factor of watching videos. But most people, that's changing. That newer generations of people, younger people are now taking video for stories, for Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and taking them portrait mode up and down. But still, a lot of people by default, without thinking, do a landscape mode photo. Or if you give your phone to somebody to take a photo of you or you and a friend, then you will take that phone, they will take that phone side by side. So the biggest tip I can give you is if you're giving your phone to somebody, giving your camera to somebody to take a photo of you, make sure to take it, and to tell them to take it portrait. Now, why is this important? So there are three major dating apps for guys that are in their 30s or 20s or younger, right? 18 or 19. Sometimes they can work really well for people who are in their 40s as well, maybe 50s. The older you get, you usually go to different dating apps. So there's a bunch of other ones out there for older people. I've worked with people up to the age of 70. That's my oldest client I had recently. He is 70 years old as of now. And but most of my clients are within the 20s or 30s range, sometimes 40s, sometimes 50s. And for us, I guess I should say, I'm 30 years old as of today. Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge are the three biggest apps. Now, there's a lot of other more niche apps, 100% cool. I've had a lot of clients use the photos I've given them on other more niche apps, but for the main types of people types of dating apps, the general dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge are great, and those are the ones I suggest to pretty much all my clients. On Tinder, it will crop your photos to a portrait form factor. I don't remember the aspect ratio that it will use. It might change from different, from phone to phone because different phones have different aspect ratios. But I am confident, I'm 100% sure it is some sort of portrait mode. I think it's a weird aspect ratio. It's like I don't know, it might be like 5:7 or something, which is kind of weird for phones. Something like that. It's not 16:9, it's not 4:5. It's a different form factor, but it's a vertical form factor. Hinge is the weird one. It forces a square form factor, so it'll cut every photo into a square. And Bumble will take whatever. It'll take landscape, portrait. It'll just display them as they are, with limits, of course, but it'll display them as they are. Instagram will take either landscape or portrait or square, but the best is portrait because, and I'll tell you why, it's perfect for story and for your wall, for the what do you call it, your profile, right? So you can have your, if you take a vertical photo and you put it on Instagram, it will be good for your story, it will be good for your wall, and on your wall, you have to crop it to a 4:5 factor. If this is gibberish to you, just ignore this part. But you have to crop it slightly, essentially. And that's the best thing because if somebody's scrolling through their feed and they see a landscape photo, they're going to see another photo underneath it. And they might want to keep scrolling because they like that other photo. Same with a square. If you have a square photo up on Instagram, you scroll and then you can see a little bit of the photo underneath it. But if you have the vertical portrait-oriented photo on your Instagram and somebody's seeing it in their feed, they can't see the photo underneath it. They can only see your photo because it takes up a bigger portion of the screen, which is why it's best to do portrait mode on Instagram because A, you can put it on your story. B, if you put it on your post, on your profile, also, it will have more engagement. People will be seeing it more, and they won't want to be as tempted to scroll past it. So portrait photos are best for Tinder because it was best for dating apps because it will work for Tinder, and it's also best for Instagram because of those two things I just mentioned. Now, you might ask, well, Bumble also does landscape, and Hinge doesn't even do either. It doesn't do portrait or landscape. It forces everything into a square. The thing that is the way to take photos that is the most benefit out of either landscape or portrait, if you take a landscape photo, put it on Bumble, okay, it'll work. Put it on Hinge, okay, you have to crop it into a square. Hopefully you can crop it into a square to make it look pleasing. And then it will work. And Tinder, it won't work at all. You'll have to crop it like to an extreme degree to where you'll take out most of the information in the photo. It won't look good. Now, on the other hand, imagine you do a portrait photo. On Bumble, it will function perfectly. On Hinge, you'll have to crop it into a square. Most photos, you're able to crop it into a square and still retain the information you need to make it look nice. And then on Tinder, it will work perfectly. So the net benefit on dating apps is portrait mode. So hope that answers your question. I hope that answers your questions about why I take all my photos for my clients portrait mode, and why you should too, and why taking them in landscape mode is a huge demerit to the quality of your photo, because when you pop, it might look good in full landscape mode, but if you pop it on Tinder, it's going to crop that down. It's not going to retain nearly the same quality. But if you put it in portrait mode, it will retain all the quality on Tinder, most of the quality on Hinge, and all the quality on Instagram. So use this, enjoy it. Let me know how it works for you in the comments, and let me know if you didn't realize this until now. Let me know that. I'm curious about how many of you are making this mistake. No shame in it, 100%. I work with a lot of people as a photographer who've made some crazy mistakes that for their own dating profile photos, because they didn't do this for a living. They were just popped up their phone. Oh, cool! Like, here's me posing near a mural, and it like just looks really awkward. That's fine. That's no shame in that. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here helping you guys. So, helping you guys. I'm recording and releasing this on Black Friday, which means that if you're watching this in November of 2022. Which is, for another week, I have a Black Friday month promotion. And that Black Friday month promotion, I only have 2 left to give, right? I've limited the amount so that people who take advantage of it are the people who are most excited and most enthusiastic about this, because I want to work with people who are excited to get results and who are motivated to get results. I am offering a $500 off promotion. Now, I also want to respect every single one of my clients who, if you're watching, you paid full price. I respect that, I appreciate that, and I want to honor you. I don't want to make you feel like you were left out or anything, or essentially, I want to honor my clients, right? So there is a catch. You get $500 off, but you have to pay it all up front. Normally, I do a 50% at booking, 50% after the shoot split, 2 payments. But because I don't want to give a huge fuck you to all clients who paid full price, I'm making a catch to this, which is you get $500 off, but you must pay it all at booking on the call. So if you're curious about more of my work, or you know for sure that you want to sign up, there's a link in the description below for how to sign up. The process is you go to the booking page, you click on that link, go to the booking page, which you just click a button that says book my photo shoot. You schedule a call with me. We get on the phone, I answer any questions or concerns you have, and then if you're ready, I take your payment, and we book in your shoot, and we get you more matches and dates. So I'm excited to help you out with that. I'm very grateful for this year. It's Thanksgiving. There's so many things I'm grateful for. I might do a video about that. But I think I've taken enough of your time, so I'm going to let you guys go. I'm excited to work with some of you. And until next time, folks.